they actually get
first one.
They get to teach the kids how to actually fly the plane.
Kind of how we do it.
All right, and here's stick. Here you go.
Fat body.
We have one of the largest fleet of single-engine aircraft in the world.
Bruh, you're such a nerd.
Hi, everybody. So welcome back to the Already Distracted podcast. Taylor and Nate are not here, but instead we have special guest Drew.
Hello, everyone.
Drew with a what is the Civil Air Patrol like? What's its purpose? How is it kind of like an auxiliary to the military type of thing?
Yeah.
Because by the time you guys are watching this, it'll be probably Veterans Day. So happy Veterans Day in case it's passed already.
So the Civil Air Patrol is the official civilian auxiliary of the Air Force. So all of our volunteers are volunteer, and we're all civilian. We are not a part of, actually physically a part of the military. We have three main missions in the Civil Air Patrol. It is our cadet programs, our emergency services, and our aerospace education. We have one of the largest fleet of single-engine aircraft in the world. I think it's the last time I checked was about 500.
That's a lot of nuts!
Yep. Wow, that's actually a lot more than I thought you were going to say.
Yep, we get called out for search and rescue operations. We can do flyovers, find beacons, aircraft beacons, and then we also have our ground team, certified cadets and senior members to go out and actually find and do a search and find. So that's our e-services side of things. And then we have our cadet program, the aerospace and leadership oriented. So they learn drill and ceremonies, customs and courtesies, proper wear of the uniform. We wear the Air Force style uniform, so all of our cadets will wear the Class A blues or the blues, which is the Air Force uniform. And then obviously our aerospace education. We have airplanes to be able to do aerospace flights. Any cadets that join, it is ages 12 all the way up to 18. Some cadets can decide to stay after they're 18 and go up until they're 21 when they phase out and go to a senior member.
Oh, so you can actually go for quite a while then.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
that's cool.
So any cadets that join are able to have 5 orientation flights where we take them up with a certified technician, pilot, and mission pilot, instructor, sorry. They will get up in the air and then they'll give them the controls and they can actually fly the aircraft.
So they
on
actually
their
get
first one.
They get to teach the kids how to actually fly the planes.
Yep.
So that makes me think of another question.
Yeah.
What kind of planes and stuff do you guys fly? Like, do you fly actually like military style planes, or is it more like the civilian type planes? Is it helicopters too?
It's civilian usually.
So what is the largest plane that you guys actually fly?
I think it's a. I can't remember if it's a 206, Cessna 206, 20 something. Most of them are Cessnas. There is a program in the Civil Air Patrol that's called the Wings program, and it's where cadets that are, I believe it's 15, they can do it at minimum 15, but we recommend 16. They can go to ground school. This is what they teach them about the aircraft, everything that they need to know on the ground, the instruments of the aircraft, and then usually by the end of that ground school or that academy, that flight academy, they are able to do their first solo flight. So we do have cadets that have flown a Civil Air Patrol aircraft by themselves.
That's crazy.
It's still in the program.
I'm nervous enough having a 16 or 17-year-old drive a car, let alone a plane. But it sounds like it's pretty in-depth program. Is coming from like it's not like you guys are just going like, all right, and
it's kind of how we do it on their orientation flights. Obviously, they're in an aircraft with a certified pilot, so the pilot can take over if there's something that goes wrong or something that's not right. That's definitely why a lot of our cadets join. Is to become pilots. They can do wings and they can actually go on to get their private pilot's license. So
that's kind of cool, actually.
It's actually a lot cheaper. I can't remember the exact pricing, but it's a lot cheaper to go through as a cadet, go through the wings program. Obviously, it's pretty competitive. Not everybody gets accepted to it, but to go through the wings program and get their private pilot's license.
You said that like one of the main purposes of this auxiliary, essentially Air Force is. You guys do a lot of, like you said, rescue, like search and rescue type stuff.
Search and rescue operations,
and recovery things.
Yep. Here in the state of Utah, we don't do a whole lot of the search and rescue missions. We obviously are ready to go. We're mission ready is what we say. But the states like Florida and Alaska and Hawaii, they're really, they're a lot more involved, especially natural disaster and stuff. So
that actually makes a lot of sense, especially, so let's say, like, obviously Utah's landlocked. It's not going to happen here, but tsunami hits and people are, scattered about. You guys would be one of the groups that would come and respond for aid.
Yeah, And that actually, we in the search and rescue and the emergency services is kind of how the Solar Patrol started. So the Solar Patrol became a thing in December 1st of 1941, just right before Pearl Harbor. And it was our pilots, mostly civilian aircraft, people that owned aircraft, they would actually help train the Air Force or the Army Air Force at the time, how to fly the planes and whatever. We ran coastal patrols, usually on the East Coast, looking out for submarines and U-boats and stuff, and then obviously the inland searches. It's actually a really cool story that we really like to bring up when we're telling people about it.
I like stories.
Yep,
I like stories.
So everybody's obviously familiar with 9/11, and in the airspace in and around the Twin Towers was completely locked down after the accident. And the first aircraft that ever was able to fly in that airspace and actually do aerial searches and aerial photography was a Solar Patrol aircraft. I will again make Devin stitch in the photo of a photo that was taken from the aircraft, and there's a
Early race the picture. That makes a lot of sense. I would have never thought of that, but yeah, I guess a lot of them would have been locked down because planes just hit the towers and the Pentagon and everything is going haywire. That makes sense why you guys would be a good auxiliary to plug in and be like, we can't get anyone over there, so let's you, Private Doofy, go.
During World War II and stuff, we were a private entity. Then obviously the DoD decided to bring us on as the auxiliary. It's really cool. So our motto is volunteers serving America's communities, saving lives, and shaping futures.
I like it. Inspirational. Cue the inspirational music. No more. That's it. Sorry, I mean, you are a special guest, but
yep.
Only so many. That and I'm lazy. Don't judge me. Stop. I can see you in the comments. Stop. So where you guys are not military, but an auxiliary to it, do you still do military style training? Do you guys do drills? Do you do PT? Do you do any of that?
Yep. So we do, at my squadron is the Black Hawk Cadet Squadron. We're in Draper, Utah. And we do aerospace education week. We do our CDI, which is character development. Emergency services. So we are able to fly drones for search and rescue operations. Ground team, like I mentioned before. And then we also have our PT nights. So they need to be able to, for a cadet to promote, they need to eventually pass the PT test and be physically fit.
Physical training is very important. Nobody wants a fat body.
So yeah, we do that. They also have their drill tests, so they have to know, right face, left face, about face. So our summer encampments, here in the state of Utah, we do the Desert Hawk encampment. We teach them that. We teach them drill and ceremonies. We put them into their flights. It's like a summer camp, but we're not a military boot camp. So we teach them, obviously aerospace, ground team, emergency services. We have static displays. We have live military come in, give speeches. Sometimes we do orientation flights, and then the drill and ceremonies, proper wear of the uniform, customs and courtesies. And then when they finish out the week, I believe it's actually 10 days, they do what we call a pass and review ceremony. And we do a parade, basically.
Oh, okay, that's kind of cool.
And they parade past the commanders. And the parents come and watch, and it's their graduation ceremony.
Let's say if someone was wanting to go into the Air Force, let's say they wanted to, I want to jump out of airplanes, I want to do, 101st or something, would this be a good kind of stepping stone to lead into that? Do you guys have a career path that kind of follows into actual Air Force, or is it more just not a testing the waters type of thing, but
yeah.
Does it can you use that as a good jumping off point to go into the actual military if you do they recognize it?
For sure. For cadets, absolutely. For senior members, it's more. We have a lot of ex-cops and ex-service members that come and join. They retired and they decided, I want to keep giving back to my community and my nation, and so they joined Solar Patrol so they can do that. But for our cadets, absolutely. So I believe the last numbers was I think it's 10% of the applicants to the Air Force Academy over in Colorado is actually Solar Patrol or past Solar Patrol cadets.
Okay.
I can't remember the exact rank they have to get to in the Solar Patrol to be able to go in as a certain rank in the Air Force. But if they were to join, we have a bunch of cadets. I have several cadets that are in my squadron, and cadets that I've known that have enlisted in many different branches. Air Force, Army, Marines. If there's a cadet, if there's a kid that if there's a kid that wants to join the military and is interested in stuff like that, I highly recommend Solar Patrol. I would say, not to diss on the ROTC members, but I would say Solar Patrol is way cooler than ROTC.
Don't get mad at me if any of y'all have beef.
JROTC Junior.
Take it up with him in the comments. I don't want it.
Yep,
I don't want the smoke. I didn't do it.
That's just my opinion. Main reason is because we got airplanes. We do real life missions. We train cadets and senior members to handle a crisis and a real life situation. Not that ROTC doesn't do that. It's the fact that we're more capable to do that because we are part of. We're the official. We're part of the total force of the Air Force, or the total force, that's it. It opens us up to more accessibility. We obviously highly doubt anybody from Cap USAF is watching, but hello.
Hi! I got him on my dumb show. Me and the boys, we conned this poor man into coming onto our special show. You're doing a good job representing him. Look at him. He's even got his ribbons. He's got everything. He's beautiful.
Yep. Cap USAF is basically our liaisons to the Air Force, and basically they're our liaisons. So anything we need from what we call Big Blue is the Air Force. From Big Blue, we're just the annoying little stepchild.
You're the annoying stepchild. Like,
yep.
Can I have a new plate? Oh,
yep.
No.
And so, they really help. I highly doubt Jason's watching this, but Jason, if you are, thank you. And
I don't know you, but hi.
Yep. Jason's amazing. So
it sounds like it's a very important service. I had never heard of it before, so maybe this will be a good way to get the word out about it. So, do you want to shout it out? What's the best way for someone who is interested in joining this program? Where do they need to go? What are some steps that they can take, and what are some things that they should know before they try to apply to the Civil Air Patrol and start actually doing what you do essentially, or wanting to be a cadet and start that kind of stepping stone to that career, which is that's super cool. I didn't know any of this existed. I just knew Drew, my buddy, and then he's like, "Hey, I'm part of this thing." I'm like, you get to fly planes? Tell me more.
Yep. So the best way to join is to go to gocivilairpatrol.com.
Link in the description.
And up at the top you'll be able to see a little red tab that will say find a squadron or become a member, and it'll give you a map of in your area. You type in your zip code in your area, your squadrons. I know that we have I believe 16 squadrons here in the state of Utah.
Oh wow, so there's quite a few.
Yep. There's several up in Salt Lake. There's several down in Utah County area, and then in St. George, out in Vernal, Price, stuff like that. And then, all over the country. We're a nationwide organization. For cadets, we just recommend that you come through to a meeting. You reach out to a squadron commander through that link. It'll give you their email, and you can reach out to them. Hey, I'm interested in joining. For cadets, they just need to come to a meeting 3 times and just make sure that they like it, and then they can sign up. We have gotten cadets from Canada and Mexico and stuff like that. For senior members, all of our seniors are FBI background checked, making sure that they are supposed to be around cadets and around kids. That's a big one. And so for any senior members, same way, go civilairpatrol.com. Search your squadron, reach out to your squadron commander to say, I would like to join. There is accolades that you can get as a senior member. Obviously, some of mine are my Jaeger, which is basically an aerospace test. It's open book, 100 questions, and it basically just asks you a bunch of stuff about aerospace. Some of them are really dumb, like what's the third planet from the sun?
Jupiter.
Third planet from the sun.
What's sad is when you said Jaeger, I went straight to alcohol. I'm like, Jaeger, wow, you guys party. Wait, no, teenagers, that's not good.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I'm dumb, I'm sorry.
It's the Earth. There's that. The third planet from the sun. Yeah.
Jokes. It's all jokes. So there's all the information. I will put the link in the description. So anyone who is interested in joining Civil Air Patrol, it'll be down there. So let's talk a little bit more about Drew. How did you get started? Where did you hear about it, and how did you kind of get started in this whole thing? Because, like I said, I've only known you as my buddy, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, you're doing this now. That's kind of neat. What is it? So what got you going? What was that doing over there? So what got you going into this?
So I had a friend that did it and said, hey, why don't you come to a meeting and see if you like it? As soon as I walked in, I instantly fell in love with it. All the cadets, they, whether or not you're, they can clearly see that you're an adult and you're a senior member, and so they call you sir and they, salute you, and I'm like, you don't need to do this, I'm not even a part of the organization. But it reminded me of my time in the Boy Scouts. Just way better. I'm sorry, Boy Scouts. Anybody that's Eagle Scouts out there, I'm an Eagle too, but Civil Air Patrol is way better. So and they can go ahead and roast me on that. But
people are gonna come after me on this freaking video.
Yeah, they're gonna come after you.
ROTC, freaking the Boy Scouts. I'm not scared of the Boy Scouts.
I just fell in love with the program and saw that I could, with the skills that I did, I have within public affairs and and doing computers and camera work and stuff like that. I could really use that for the good and teach our next generation.
Thank you for coming on and letting people know. And again, the description, if you are interested in checking out more about the Civil Air Patrol, if you want to join, get your kids signed up. It sounds like it's a great program to build, like you said, the next generation. Teach the kids some responsibility and teach them, that there's a lot more of a world outside of their own little bubble.
Yep, for sure.
Which is a great thing for them. So again, thank you, Drew, for coming on. I really appreciate it. And thank a veteran. Make sure you, whether it's a friend, family member, random stranger, happy Veterans Day. And I know you're not a veteran, but thank you for the service that you guys provide as well. That's awesome. Like I said, I had no idea this was a thing, but it's a lot bigger than I realized, and it's a cool thing that you're doing. So keep up the good work.
And we don't obviously I don't want to be the be the person that takes away from obviously our veterans. So thank you to all our veterans. It's been true honor to work with every one of you, and we're way stronger with veterans in our program. So thank you.
Heck yeah, very well said. Well, again, this will be a shorter one, but thank you everybody so much for watching this episode of Already Distracted. Make sure you go check out the Civil Air Patrol. Make sure you also like, subscribe, leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody!